center at some
deep. Kevin Lowe of the Rangers picks it up, no place to go, up the walls. I mean, how many times was the play just kept along the wall in the first period? Messier here takes away Kroup's move to the center, so what can Kroup do? Up the wall again. It's not going to change much. Kevin Lowe picks it up. He's looking to the center for a play, but you can count all 5 Islanders in this picture, so Lowe looks ahead, sees all 5 Islanders. What can he do? He dumps it in deep. It was that kind of period, but as I mentioned, the Islanders know they can have the Rangers if they can penetrate and get it deep in their zone. We talked about that in the open of our show. The Islanders...
It goes off the leg of John Leclerc. Referee Dennis Burrell says Leclerc intentionally deflected the...
Looks all the Rangers off, gives it to King, gives him a little extra time, and he lets it fly over the shoulder of Mike Richter. But a good play by Turgeon. You see how he looked the Ranger defenders towards the net, and then he gave some time to King. And the reason it's only a 1-goal game is because Ferraro there knocks the net off its moorings just before Flatley lets the one-timer go here to beat Richter.
No goal because it was off the marsh peg. The goal was waved off. So the Islanders...
Mike Richter! 2-0 Islanders!
Talking to Eddie Westfall today, who is the broadcaster for the Islanders, he said, boy, if you ever seen a guy shoot the puck, look at Malakoff. Not only a slap shot, he said, but he has a very heavy wrist shot, and you'll see that wrist shot right here. He gets it away extremely quickly, and it beats Mike Richter. Richter got a piece of it, but not enough to keep it out of net. Watch how quick he snaps this. Boom. He's got the puck. And the good thing in that play, Gary, he has the puck in the stick, and he pulls it a little bit towards his body before releasing it. That changes the angle ever so slightly for the goaltender, and it makes it hard for him to make the save. And you can see Richter was looking at that puck through a maze as the Rangers went out. He was screened in the shot.
Vladimir Malakoff from the Central Red Army team in Russia. And the Islanders have that 2-0 lead, and the Ranger fans, the murmurs are beginning to come a little bit louder as the Islanders are really dominating right now.
They're very quick with the left pad and the left glove to get down and keep this score with only a 2-goal deficit.
The Islanders getting great chances, and now they go back on the power play. 3:33. Bukaboom on the cross-checking. They have scored, and you see they've had 8 shots on their 3 power play chances.
And King, you see it go through the seam, and Thomas one-times it. Mike Richter, yet another big save for the Rangers.
Shots are now 19-10 in favor of the Islanders. Kroup could not hold it in.
Right has held it in. Malakoff shot it wide. Near side shot tipped.
Tyler Green tried to tip it out of the air that time and couldn't do it. But the Rangers are struggling now to keep up with the Islanders at this moment. They're just getting it out of the zone, and the Islanders coming right back. Fanned on by Turcotte, who didn't have his stick. Hear the boos from the Ranger fans. Zubov moves it out of the zone. Richard Palon will go back to get it. 2-0 Islander.
Will ya? There it is. Put it on the board. Freddie scores. 12 seconds left in the first. 1-0 at the intermission. The Capitals over Montreal.
Thank you, Tom. As the Washington Capitals, of course, in second place in the Patrick division. 85 points. They're 3 ahead of New Jersey right now. Islanders leading here by a score of 2-0. They could be 3 ahead of the Rangers if they can get the victory.
Well, the Islanders putting all kinds of pressure on the Rangers in their zone, and the Rangers break out, and what do you have? You have 2 Rangers breaking at the Islander blue line with 3 Islanders back. That's bad arithmetic if you're a Ranger fan.
Travis Green and Mark Messier will take the face-off. Draw one back, set in. See if the Rangers can pull the trigger somewhere here. It's as though Messier got dumped, and the Rangers are going to get a power play.
One of the rare times the Islanders missed an assignment, and it wasn't entirely missed. Delgarno was with Messier, but Mark Messier, with his speed and strength, got good body position, and Delgarno had to pull him down, and he still was able to get a shot away, and Healy had to make the save. You'll see Messier coming now, and he just uses his strength and his speed to get that half step on Delgarno, and Delgarno has to pull.
That was clearly the NHL's best player of the 1960s. Hockey's fastest skater, he possessed a 118-mile-per-hour slap shot, which he used to chase the magic milestone of a 50-plus goal season. In 1966, at Chicago Stadium, Hull hit number 51 in one of hockey's most magic moments.
is too far ahead of Olchuk. He's trying to protect the puck from the Islander defenseman cutting him down. And when the puck is this far ahead, you don't get good wood on it. All you can do is go high with it. And again, the ice conditions. You see the puck rolling the entire time it's on Eddie Olchuk's stick. That makes it very difficult for players going in on goal when the ice is bad like this.
Glenn Healy, out of Western Michigan University, 7th year in the National Hockey League, and right now doing the stoning number on the New York Islanders. On the Rangers, rather, with the Islanders leading 2-0. See the time remaining, 41 seconds on the power play. Rangers still have the advantage here. Held in at the point. Tikkanen dropped it in behind the net. Olchuk plays it up along the boards. Shot, Tikkanen tipped. Healy save. Olchuk rebound kicked away from him. Good defensive play. Tom Fitzgerald of the Islanders who moved in to get that. Graves trying to center. Blocked by Krupp. Olchuk moves in. A little help from Kovalev. Kovalev came away with the puck. Time running out on the power play. 13 seconds left. Kovalev looking for Tikkanen cutting far side. Couldn't get it there. Krupp blocked it. Stood him up. Cleared.
What a good play by Uwe Krupp. Not only does he make the block, but then he runs the pick on Kovalev, allowing the Islander forward time to get the puck and get it down deep into the Rangers zone.
They do not score again on the power play. 0 for 3.
Peter Bondra beating Patrick Waugh. 2-0 Cap. Bondra's 35th of the season, Gary.
Montreal, of course, at one point, very much in the chase. In fact, led much of the season in total.
Scott LeChance wasted no time in making the Ranger pay for that. And you see Kosher paired off with Rich Pilon. And as you mentioned before, there are a couple of heavyweights. And they're both trying to get the sweater advantage there. In a situation like that, once you got your arms where you want them and the other player's arms where you want them, that's when you start swinging. If you don't, you just keep wrestling around the way they're wrestling right now. And McCreary's telling them to separate or they'll be gone from the game. Kind of an unnecessary play. I don't know what Kovalev was thinking in doing that. But a very dangerous play. It's hard enough to play net. We talked about him. You want to drive to the net for sure. Keep driving to the net. But you have to stop once the goaltender's there. Kovalev makes absolutely no effort to stop at all. And he will be penalized for that. Makes a good move here. Good backhand shot as he splits the defense. You're more valuable on the ice than in the penalty box, young man. And LeChance wastes no time getting right over there to make him pay.
Kovalev only 19 years old. And it'll be interesting to see the call here, because if ever there was an intentional run on the goaltender, that was it. Kovalev just trying to maybe kick it in here for the Rangers, but that's a dangerous way to do it, and it's going to cost the Rangers. We'll see how much as Bill McCreary will make the call on it.
There's a real difference in the emotion. Both teams are intense, but the Islanders' intensity is excitement. The Rangers' intensity is oppressing. And I think a guy like Kovalev, you have all this pressure and you're trying to make something happen. So you go out, he stops your shot. Well, I'll run into him. I've got to do something here for the cause. And it ends up where your emotion takes over. And what you thought would be a good move turns out to be a bad move for your team.
Get the call here. LeChance took for roughing. Pilon gets a 10-minute misconduct. Kovalev, 2 for roughing, 2 for goaltender interference. And Kosar, Joey Kosar gets a 10-minute misconduct. So the extra minor, it's the double minor on Kovalev, which will result in the Islander power play.
And you know the buzzword on the Islander bench right now is let's make him pay on this one, guys. You hate to see your goaltender run. Any cheap penalties taken against your team, you want to have that power play. Make them pay the price. And just one more look, as Kovalev wastes no time and does not try at all to get out of the way of Glenn Healy, and he runs him into the post or into the crossbar, and that hurts.
There's the double minor. Kovalev gets it. Roughing and goaltender interference. LeChance roughing Pilon, and Kosar the 10-minute misconduct.
Just one chance too many for the Islander defenders. Messier gets stoned in front on a nice crisp shot from Joe Sorella at the point. You see Sorella take the good shot. There's the rebound for Messier. He hits the post. Remember, this is short-handed. Now the teams will come back to even strength as the Rangers come out of the penalty box. And finally, standing alone in front of the net on a nice feed from Zubov is Eddie Olczyk. He brings the puck to the backhand, and it's over Glenn Healy. And I really think that Healy at that point was just running out of steam a little bit.
Olczyk, his 20th goal. Bill McCrary was right there and waved it off.
Oh, man, I think that puck was loose. We'll get a good look at it here, folks. Green was whacking away at Richter, and Richter was fighting the puck. It's not tied up yet. It's not tied up yet. And it's still not tied up. I guess right there was when the pad came down that Bill McCreary blew the whistle. The whistle definitely was blown before the puck went in the net. The question is, was the puck smothered? And I guess McCreary thought it was.
Once you lose sight of it, you blow the whistle. There are Richter's numbers in his games against the Islanders in his career. And he's explaining to Turgeon.
First period on the power play, Ally Freddy calls for the puck, and he knows what to do with it when he gets it, doesn't he? And then back the other way we go early in the second period. Peter Bondra. Is Patrick Roy giving up some soft goals tonight? Maybe. That made it 2-zip. Tough to tell from that angle. And then Pat Elenick, the man they got in the trade for John Drews from Winnipeg. Dale Hunter gets in the puck. Elenick the shot, his 20th goal of the season, his 5th 20-goal season. The Caps going to win this game. They'll be
concerned this week. There was some mention that he might not be protected in the expansion draft called in by Pierre Pagé. The GM told he would. I still think he's going to end up in Tampa Bay, a trade before that expansion deal. Ron Sutter, bad news, good news for the Blues. Bad news, Ron Sutter out the rest of the season with a separated right shoulder. The good news, tomorrow night against Chicago, this guy, the Golden Brett Hull, comes back after a 5-game absence to help them make that run for the last spot in that division. Benchmark goal of sorts in Philly on Thursday night. Mark Recchi becomes the 11th player in the NHL to score 50 goals this season. That's the most ever in an NHL season. And meanwhile, here we go up here. Dave Andreychuk, one of those 50. He scored it with 2 teams, the first player ever to be traded and have a 50-goal season. Now, the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're on a 12-game streak. Mario Lemieux back in the scoring race. The Penguins' 12-game streak. If Montreal loses tonight, they clinch the overall title. They've outscored their opponents 2-1 margin, 68-34 during this streak. Lemieux and LaFontaine in this race. LaFontaine's going to lose ground at 2 points a game.
Problem for Pat LaFontaine is they've got a pretty tough schedule left in Buffalo, and it doesn't matter what the schedule is for Mario Lemieux. He picks up multiple points no matter who he's facing. If Pat LaFontaine can win the scoring race, this will be one of the greatest individual upsets ever.
Who says thank you very much for that puck and proceeds to roof it. Hey guys, check out some of the top saves of the week. Like Chicago's Eddie Belfour, diving to stop Stevie Yzerman of Detroit. And then there's Don Beaupré on New Jersey's Valerie Zelepukin. And then there's Daniel Berthiaume on Quebec's Matt Sundin. And in Buffalo, Grant Fuhr made a devil of a save on Peter Stastny. And Philly's Dominic Roussel stopping Pierre Turgeon on the breakaway. Time to come at you with some hits. Wow. Sergei Bayutin and Jeff Odgers meet at center ice at the Cow Palace. Jason Moore and David Bollock. Esa Tegan and the Rangers and Milan Tiki into the bench. On the milestone goals, we have number 50 for Pat LaFontaine. Second time he's reached that coveted plateau. And if you think LaFontaine's 50 goals is something, what about Winnipeg's Teemu Selanne? Yes, he's now past the 70-goal mark with still a few games left. And how about a special tribute to Mark Recchi of the Philadelphia Flyers? Recchi overshadowed in Pittsburgh when he played with Lemieux. He's overshadowed in Philly. He plays with Lindros. 3-on-1. New York Ranger chance. With Mike Gardner, their leading goal scorer, taking the shot. Joe Sorella, the hard hit on the far side on Scott for chance. Rangers opening it up. Gardner kicked it ahead. And
until it hits him, and Healy makes a good save, and there's the rebound as the Rangers. Amonte comes in, and Healy makes another save off the chest. Great goaltending. Then we have a 3-on-1. Mike Gardner has to shoot the puck here. Uwe Krupp does a good job. If you could see that overhead, you'll see that the 3 Rangers going in were in a line, and Krupp was right in that passing lane. So although it was a 3-on-1, Gardner had no choice but to shoot. He was not at a great angle. Healy stood his ground, made yet another great save, for the Islanders.
Joe Cirella off the face-off in the Ranger end with 16:37 to go here in the third period. And the Rangers will have to chase it down in their own zone. Cirella again. Cirella backing it up along the boards. Messier came out flying here in this first period. Zubov brings it up to Olchuk. Olchuk tips it into the zone. Gartner going after it. Glenn Healy played it around the boards. Kasparaitis dumped it in the middle. Brad Delgarno out the center ice. Played there by Zubov. Zubov in his own end. New York Rangers have come from behind to win a game in the third period this season 4 times when they've trailed. And the Islanders have lost 6 games. And they've had a lead going to the third, a very high number. Islanders shot, that one hit the side of the net. Ryan Mullen the chance, rebound loose behind the net. Rangers scurrying a bit. Messier. Mark Messier the move down the middle, taken down, and a penalty coming up. Messier with 3 Islanders there, got hauled down, and power. They're still down, and there's the whistle. Mike Gartner got hit in the corner.
I believe it was Scott LaChance. He and Gartner were confronting each other one-on-one, and they went to push off. And LaChance's stick may have come down right on his head. There's LaChance and Gartner going to the boards now. The puck's loose. Oh, and there's the swat right there. And then the little hook behind the helmet. I don't know what hurt worse, coming down on the helmet or the tug behind the head with the toe of the stick. McCreary has not conferred with his linesman.
Shot blocked. Rangers control. Gartner, Turcotte, Kasparaitis clears all the way down on Mike Richter.
The Islanders still maintaining good position in their defensive zone. They're waiting. They go to their spots. They know the puck's got to come there sooner or later. They're just not running around. Kovalev
centered, and the Rangers had squeezed. There was nobody back in the blue line.
And what that does makes the Rangers force plays that aren't there. So the Rangers start forcing it. You tip it a little bit, and the puck's out of harm's way.
They're down to just 3 seconds on the power play. Healy handles it. It's over. 0 for 4. The Rangers on the power play. And the Islanders penalty killers getting the job done. Curvers out of the penalty box, sends it in. Zubov there. Zubov with Turgeon on him, up for Amati. Amati avoiding the check. Amati avoiding 2 checks. Kovalev couldn't get it. King trying to clear it out, does.
A heads-up play by Glenn Healy. 3 seconds remaining in the penalty. He knew the Ranger power play was a little tired. He caught that puck and kept it going rather than allowing the face-off to be in the defensive zone of the Islanders. He's thinking all the time in that net tonight, Gary.
Turgeon centering. Couldn't get it to King. Jan Eriksson picks it up. Eriksson has played in 10 of the last 13 now for the Rangers. LaChance puts it by Eriksson.
Problems, and finally Scott LaChance says enough of this and wrestles him to the
from shot. Zubov save Healy. It came through and Healy knocked it away, and the Rangers have had every opportunity in this game. Their 5th power play. They've had 6 shots on the power plays.
Gary, I think this puck went in off of big Uwe Krupp's skate. The Rangers getting the puck back to the point and outnumbering the Islanders in front of Glenn Healy. And good things happen when you do that. You get it back, have the point shot taken. If you get a big enough crowd there, it's going to hit somebody and go in. There's the fake by Messier, and there's the shot coming. Who does it hit? Uwe Krupp off his left skate. Poor guy is in the right place at the wrong time. Good positioning. A bad break for the Islanders, and what a big goal for the New York Rangers.
Peter Anderson's 4th goal of the year. 3 of them have been power play goals.
Direction. A good play here. A nice alert shot by Tom Curvis. Ferraro's right there, and Richter makes sure that that puck is underneath him and not lying there for the stick of Ray Ferraro.
Who's in front? Nobody there. Zubov tried to drop it in again and couldn't get it there. Zubov hauled out. 2-on-1 the other way. Ferraro holds, missed the net. A 2-on-1 break for the Islanders. They did not not get a shot on goal off it. Rangers back. Taken down. Kerber's putting the check on Graves. Wraparound shot hit the side of the net. It's loose behind the net. Group goes to the corner for it. Hit by Graves. Low. Couldn't hold it in. Sent just wide of the net. Timing it missed on the short side. Turgeon. Islander power play. 2-2 game. Wraparound attempt blocked by Lowe. Puck loose. Turgeon's got it. Centered. Lowe save. Rebound. And there is none. Derek King robbed by Mike Richter.
It's amazing how Pierre Turgeon can take that puck.
Shot. Deflected wide. Richter with the stick on that one. Held in by Malakoff. Curvers again. Wide. Malakoff. Benoit Hogue takes it. Wide. Rebound. Deflected and knocked away by Richter. It came back in. Moving down. Turgeon. Malakoff. Shot. Deflects again into the near side corner. Islanders getting chances. Benoit Hogue. Thomas. Turgeon all there. Turcotte. Down to 34 left on the power play. Rangers can't clear. Malakoff dropped it. The shot. Save Richter!
Oh, what a beauty. A terrific save by Mike Richter. He gets the left pen with the blue sweater on, and I don't think he really cares who it is. And then Kosher has come in to join the fray. And there's Kosher rubbing the glove in Flatley's face. Ferraro's going to get in and try to break that up. You aren't going to intimidate anybody at this stage of the game. You've got just under 2 minutes left, maybe going to overtime. This, to me, is a bit of a waste of energy. It isn't like you're playing the team again tomorrow night, and wait till we get you back in our rink, or wait till I get on the ice next shift against you. The important thing in this game is not allowing any goals against and having your team score one. A scrum like this can be...
And a penalty coming up. Delayed call, and the Islanders shot and a save. With a ticket in there, a power play for the Rangers. Healy upset the holding call on his Islander team with 1:43 left in the third.
This is the second penalty that Tikkanen has drawn by standing right in Glenn Healy's face, and now he's taunting Benoit Hogue. Tikkanen can get under your skin. He's a very effective hockey player. Zubov coming with the puck. And you'll see Flatley trying to lean on him. Zubov's going to get good body position right there. Flatley comes and he prevents the shot from being taken. But LeChance cannot contend with Tikkanen without pulling him down. And that's the second time that Tikkanen has drawn a penalty, and the second time it has been stopped.
Aerial pass. Messier could not handle it on the far side. Anderson again. Anderson, power play Rangers. Zubov's got it. 1:29 to go, third period. Game tied 2-2. Shot partially fanned off. Picked up by Messier. Messier has Gartner in front of the net to the point. Anderson. Anderson's got a goal. Shot by Zubov. Wide as he went for the high corner. Nice hold in by Anderson. Played by Messier. 1:11 left in the game. Intercepted. Turned behind the net by Flatley. Gartner all over him. Cleared around. Stepping up. Zubov. Short side as Brian Mullen fell down. In the final 43 seconds of this regulation third period. Game tied at 2-2. We'll conclude this with this power play here. Messier brings it up. Rangers looking for the goal to win it. Get it. And the rebound picked up by the Islanders. Brian Mullen, red line. Save made at the other end by Mike. Runs in. Healy tips it away. As Gartner could not get the shot off. He was tied up from behind. Back the other way, Mullen. Mullen with Delgarno. Mullen, Delgarno. They go into the boards with Nemchinov. Messier the puck. Tied up by Green. Messier coming. Messier the right wing with Gartner. Messier in with Gartner. Gartner and he almost collide. Messier looking wide side. Couldn't get it. Comes out of the zone 2-on-2. And they need a line change. Pin it up. Can't. Comes to the near side. Spun around low. Rangers avoiding a real problem. Intercepted. Dropped off by Benoit Hogue. Shot wide of the net by Turgeon. Centering pass. Turgeon scores! The Islanders win!
And one of the few times Ranger coach Ron Smith could not get his checking line out against the Turgeon line, results in an Islander goal, and oh, what a big goal it is for the New York Islanders. The play behind the net is a giveaway, going to be right here, trying to go cross ice in an overtime game. That's a bad play by anyone. And now it's offensive zone pressure. You'll see the Melikov keeps it in. It's coming right out here. There's Turgeon, and he just trickles it through the legs as Tony Amonte falls trying to cover him in front of the net. But it starts with that cross-ice pass. If you're going to go cross-ice in your own zone, you have to be 100% sure that it's going to hit its mark. The Rangers weren't. The Islanders made a good read, and it results in an Islander overtime victory.
50-goal season for Pierre Turgeon for the first time, and in overtime, the victory is picked up by the New York Islanders.